What's up YouTube, it's Orth. Now today we're looking at Holsring. Plarium recently buffed this champion and it's a pretty good buff. They really did give this guy really good treatment. He went from being a single target random hitting nuker to an absolute single target DPS beast. They changed him from like random attacking abilities to single target nukes, and they are really good. The A1 is now attacks one enemy 2 times, and he does increase attack if he crits, which is very good. He also decreases some turn meter, but we're looking at him in Hydra, so we are not worried about the turn meter reduction. The A2, this used to be a random 3 hitting ability. They cleaned it up, and now he hits the same target 3 times, thank God. If enemies under hex debuff, he ignores 25% defense, and if enemies under decreased speed, both of these things we really love, he ignores another 25% of the target's defense. The Knight Revenant thing and the Bannerlord thing is kind of nice too, but if you're running him in different areas. And then his A3 has the 2 debuffs he synergizes with, Hex and Decreased Speed, which is really nice. So he has a chance to land those debuffs on a 3-turn cooldown for the Hex and a 2-turn cooldown for the Decreased Speed. Really nice. His passive is increases his crit damage by 30% if he has a Perfect Veil on, and he can get a Perfect Veil if he... So what's his chance for Perfect Veil? Well, he just lands Perfect Veil when he do his A3. So really nice kit. Definitely cleaned it up. The way I would say, or I would recommend to build him, is in a Savage Cruel or Merciless Cruel. Merciless is good because he can decrease his cooldown on hit, which is really nice. Chances of decreasing a random skill's cooldown by 1 turn when dealing damage, so you can cycle through his abilities more often. In this showcase, I'm going to be showing the A1 and A2 in action. The A3 I didn't use this that much because I wanted to see how much damage he can do if we run him as a pure DPS champion, and you can't really rely on him for the decreased speed and hex since he attacks and he does it randomly, so I kind of cut out the RNG. However, this is a really good ability for a 2nd or a 3rd hex champion on the team. It never hurts to run more decreased speed debuff champions and more hex champions, because whenever a Hydra head is decapitated, they lose all their debuffs. That's like, I don't really like that as much. I think that if they are decapitated, they should lose their turn meter. And if they want to lose debuffs, that's fine, but the fact that they lose their debuffs and keep their turn meter is a bit weird, but it is what it is. These are the masteries I rocked with. I ran with Helm Smasher on him. We love Cycle of Violence, so I ran Cycle of Violence. I was considering going down the defense mastery tree, but in terms of survivability, he did not need it, so I'm glad we went down this route. And I am going to be changing him to accuracy, so it will be nice to get value from the accuracy as well. My Holsring build is currently with 1 refresh, and he is 6.8k attack, 244 speed, 335 crit damage, and 20% extra ignore defense. So his A2, as long as there's hex and decreased speed, he's going to ignore 100% of the target's defense. And then the A1 will be ignoring a decent amount of the target's defense, but not 100%. So it will be really nice. That's why we took the Helm Smasher. Helm Smasher is really there for the ally attacks, and the A1s would be good for the A3 to be turned on, but in this run we're not going to turn it on. I have taken Heaven Cast on him. I didn't take the other blessings. 0.5% damage versus you could take something like Crushing Ren, but it's not really that good before 6-star. Phantom Touch could be quite good too. If you want to take Phantom Touch, you can do that as well, but Heaven Cast is what I went with because my team is running a decent amount of buffs. The champion he's going head to head with, I was considering which champion to run. I was thinking about Quintus. I was thinking about running a few other champions, but Rhonda is the one I said we're going to put him up against. Rhonda is in really good gear as well. She's blue affinity, so it is a similar sort of test as to weak hit and non-weak hit is going to be same sort of testing, although Rhonda's gear is much better. Rhonda's running 8k attack, 293 speed, and 343 crit damage. She is in really good gear. This is my live arena gear, my live arena Rhonda, so she is in really good gear. Now the team, everybody has been asking me to build teams without Tuhanrak and Cardiel, and I am cooking something, so that will be a showcase I'm gonna do for you guys. But for this run, I didn't want to change too much because I wanted to see how much damage can Holsring do in my best team. So this is the team we ran. We ran Tuhanerak and Cardiel as the 2 support champions. We ran Eastrid for increase attack and weaken, and then decrease defense from Mishinaki. And then we have Ronda and we have Holsring in the team as well. The team does really nice damage. It does really good damage. I was really happy with the way the team was set up and the amount of damage it was able to get through. To start the run, we generally just start the normal way. We do the ally attack on the left so we can get the decreased speed and make Blight go before Decay. And then Decay will do, Blight will do his Cloud first, and then we will get the cleanse from Decay, which means that they won't have Cloud once we're done. Go ahead and speed this up. So now here you can see there's no Cloud and there is no cleanse, or there's no Cloud and the cleanse came out. We're just going to go ahead and bring these heads down. We really want to see how much damage our Holsring will be doing. So let's see if we can get to a turn. It is ally protected right now. I'm not really sure if I'm going to hit into ally protection or not. Let's just see. I think I've maybe changed my mind and starting to attack this guy. So let's see. Here's an ally attack into a non-severed head. He does a 215k and 230k on the ally attack, which is super nice. Here's a basic attack he's doing, 216k, 219k. So very good damage on the A1. Super solid damage from the basic attack. That's a non-severed head. So let's see what kind of numbers we can get. Now, he does synergize with Hex and decrease speed. So perfect scenario, decrease speed and Hex is out there. Let's see what we can get. We didn't land decrease speed and we don't have Hex. We do a hit and it's 580k on one hit. This hits 3 times, so we're going to see 2 more hits come out. Probably the first one is Helm Smasher, the second 2 are not Helm Smasher. So really nice damage, 1.5 million without his 100% ignore defense. I believe that would go up to like 700k, 800k once we have the perfect setup. Let's see what the A1 will be with decreased defense. On a severed head, he doesn't have veils or perfect veil, so he doesn't have the increased crit damage right now. So we're going to try to get decreased speed. We landed the decreased speed. That is nice. Although we just did overthrow, so we don't have overthrow. We are going to do the A1. A1 did round about 500k, I'd say. It did 570k with Helm Smasher and 490k without Helm Smasher. This time 432k with a Helm Smasher, 380k without. He doesn't have any high blessing. He's got like a 1-star blessing. So his awakening, with awakening, I mean higher heaven cast will be really nice. Higher, maybe crushing rend. You can take crushing rend for the A1 damage and the A3 damage. Let's see if we can get another hit out of our Holsring, or Holsring, as you know, I got confirmed how it is pronounced. Let's see. We're going to do a block buff somewhere. We're trying to land decreased speed on all the heads. I'm pretty sure this Wrath is going to disappear before we get the next hit off. Although 600k from the A1. I think he just ducked us there. We're going to go ahead and hit Blight here with decreased defense. Let's see. We do have a decreased defense, so it's still pretty good. It's still going to be pretty good damage. We're not going to get the full stack or full 100% ignore defense. But yeah, there it is, 500k from the A2. So really nice damage. Is he up there with like some of the best damage dealers? I'd say yes, honestly, because my blessing isn't that high. I still believe he's like very viable if you're looking for a single target DPS nuker or single target damage dealer. If you are struggling with decreased speed or hex, he could be like a second hex champion or a second decreased speed champion. It is really nice to have like that backup decreased speed, because sometimes you can be running into weak affinity, so it's really nice. We're gonna go ahead and do the A1 one last time. 300k and 700k, the difference between Helm Smasher and non-Helm Smasher is pretty massive. And the first hit he did, I believe, was without veil. So the second hit he does is with perfect veil. So it kind of makes his damage, the extra 30% crit damage comes through too. So I'm going to play some tunes. I'm going to let this run through. At the end, you will see the final damage and see if Ronda comes ahead of Holsring or if Holsring wins out with even worse gear. So yeah, enjoy the run. I'll catch you guys at the end of the video. If you guys aren't subbed to the channel, please sub the channel. It helps out the channel a ton. Like the video, leave a comment, share the video with anybody who's interested in seeing a Holsring Hydra dedicated video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys at the end of the run. Enjoy. So here it is. This is the final damage, 911 million, 911. What's your emergency? We've got Ronda with 241 million damage, 203 million damage from Holsring. Now, Holsring did come in slightly behind Ronda, but she is 4-star awakened. He's 1-star awakened, and she also has the +1, and she has better gear on. Keeping up with Ronda in this faction, I think it bodes really well for him. Ronda is like really high DPS. She can get really, really good damage from her passive alone, which is a 15% chance to ally attack whenever an enemy takes a turn. And, you know, 1500 turns is a lot of turns. So a lot of turns taken and a lot of damage added, but a lot of damage done by both of them. So super happy with the team. 241 million from Ronda. 203, we have hexes going on. We have decreased defense and weakens and the whole shebang. In hindsight, I would say we did turn off Holsring's A3. I would say turning A3 on would be very good. I kind of want to see how much damage we can get from the A2 if we rinsed and repeated it over and again. But the thing is, I feel like the setup needed for the A2 with the decreased speed and hex, when heads get severed, sometimes you lose those debuffs, or you lose those debuffs all the time, and Holsring can't really get the perfect setup. But if you prioritize his A2 and then his A3, I think it'll be much better whenever he doesn't do his big A2 nuke. He can do the debuffs that you need, or you know, he can top off with the on the hex and the decreased speed. So that is what I would say in terms of Holsring. Highly viable. Definitely recommend building him out. Or if you already have him built and you were running him for something else, or if you think he's cool, I would definitely recommend running him in Hydra. He's really, really good. Accuracy, I would say run him with a bit of accuracy and turn on the A3. I'll show you the rest of the Hydra team that we ran. We did run to Hanorak, we did run Cardio. It's a similar sort of build, but I'll show you the masteries. These are the masteries: protection set Cardio, curse set Eastrid, and we have them in Warmaster. Mishinaki we have in Helm Smasher with Savage, or with Cruel I should say, and we had him in a banner that we took off and we gave to Mikage. So this is the banner he was running. So yeah, that was the team. Let me know what you guys think about Holsring. Are you running him? Will you run him? Have you been running him? But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. That's the video. Thanks so much for checking it out. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.